Right now, are we ready for our second presenter? We have got a special treat for you. We have Evelyn Garcia. Evelyn, give us a little wave so we know who you are.
Hello, hello.
All right, everybody. Well, look, let me tell you a little bit about Evelyn's presentation. Moving forward right now. Moving forward right now will help managers that are responsible for the success of their teams. They need to be able to evaluate and solve problems, manage their time, and communicate effectively. We'd all agree with that. With this program, they're going to learn how to develop a growth mindset, become more assertive and confident, resolve conflicts more effectively, use their time wisely and productively, and take them to the next level of having happy hires, better organizations, and better business. So without further ado, please, let's all give Evelyn a warm NSA Carolinas welcome.
All right. Thank you very much, Kevin. So, guys, let's begin first with everybody, hands in the air. Let's go. Hands in the air. Yes, stretch a little bit. I know it's Tuesday. We are starting the week, but we are super ready for this, right? Okay, so let me tell you guys. So a few days ago, one of my closest aunts passed away, and she was like a mother to me. And every single time that something like this happens in my life, I always think not about the death, but like how much time I have shared with my loved ones. So now, for example, statistically speaking, 20%, like 23% of the time during the week, we spend it working. And thinking this number out of 100% is not too much, right? I mean, 23% out of 100, I mean, it's not too much. So why do we say that we don't have enough time to spend it with family, personal growth, exercise, hobbies, so on and so forth? Because we need to manage our time better. Yes? That sounds easy, right? Of course, it's not. So, in order for us to improve our time management, we need to follow a few steps. First of all, we need to take a step back and see where are we now. And in order for us to understand this, we need to have a growth mindset. But let me give you an example. Long time ago, I was trying to get a promotion at work, and I remember that I was applying, and at the end, I never got the job. So I asked myself, like, what's wrong with me? Is it me? Is it the position? I'm not ready for this? Whatever, all those questions. So the thing is that I stepped back and I looked the whole picture, and I started to ask for feedback. The funny thing is that I didn't want to accept the feedback. I wasn't open to feedback. I know. So one day somebody told me that I needed to know myself better. And with that, I will have the weapons to shoot whenever I want it. That made a lot of sense in my head. So I started to knowing myself, like, for example, personality type, leadership type, like what is your temper, and so on and so forth, things like that. And at the end, when I did all this process, I learned not only about myself, but as well how to handle myself in different situations. So I kept making mistakes. Of course, we are not perfect, right? But with this process, I learned from my mistakes, and I tried not to do them anymore. That is the growth mindset. So step number one is having a growth mindset to accept that if you need to make changes, you need to do them, right? Now, step number two, planning. A lot of people think that the unplanned things come out better than ones that are planned. And I mean, yes, sometimes that works. However, you won't build a house without the house plans and designs, right? Definitely no. So if you have at least an idea on what do you want to do, you will minimize a lot of risks. For example, when you go on a road trip, let's say, you cannot control if you will have a flat tire. Definitely no, right? But what you can control is to have a spare tire to change it in case it's needed, correct? So it's the same with plans. You cannot guarantee that your plan will come out with 100% accuracy. But let me tell you that if you get my full program, 99% of the time will come out accurate. Just saying, just saying. So anyways, plans are the foundation of everything. However, leaders think that 80% of the time, their companies have a very good strategic planning, but only 44% of the time, the execution is the correct one. Imagine that. So this means that we are excellent planners, but really bad executors. So planning is a great foundation for you to start your action plan. So, and here's where we can include our time management. Once the plan is done, we need to establish time frames in order for us to correctly execute the plan. Here's where everybody fails. Why? Because since the beginning, they said that they didn't have the time to review where they are. So that's why I said at the beginning that this is a process. You cannot make changes if you don't know where are you. I mean, it doesn't make sense, right? So once you established that you are ready to step back and look the whole picture, you are ready to learn from your mistakes, you make your plans, and you establish your time frames to execute your plan. The only thing that missing is, what do you think? Of course, take action. So in order for you to take action, you need to have a key skill here that is called assertive and effective communication. For me, effective communication is clear instructions. I mean, if you're clear on what do you want to accomplish, it's easy for everyone to follow that. And as leader, you are the one in charge. And that doesn't mean that you will not hear your employees. With the contrary, you must hear them and together accomplish the strategic goals. But to do this, you have to have an order, clear guidelines. And sometimes, because we have the lack of growth mindset, planning, and time management, we don't communicate assertively nor effectively. So moving forward right now is all about this, giving you tools on how to grow yourself as a person and as well as a leader. Small things in your organization as a person can make a huge impact in your company and with the engagement of your employees. Trust me, if the head is well set, the rest of the body will work accordingly. Thank you very much.
All right, give it up for Evelyn, y'all. Post in the chat one takeaway that you have. Keep it to one because I know you probably have several. All right, Evelyn, thank you. As folks are typing in, here's just a few things that, and my few are several. Number one, I love your commanding energy. How many of us love her energy, right? She's got a unique style, your voice, it's professionally penetrating. It makes me want to pay attention. You have a very assertive voice. I also loved how you started us off with something that was active, right? And then you also had a topic today. How many of us actually have, I mean, that's a universal topic that we all can learn from. So various industries can benefit from you. And then you gave us some specifics on how to actually do that with a recap. All that in 7 minutes or less. So let's give it up for one more time for Evelyn. Evelyn, make sure you take a look in the chat for some of that amazing feedback. And thank you all so much for taking time to listen to Evelyn.
Thank you.
All right, my friend Larry Long, back to you, my buddy.
Oh, wow. Evelyn, excellent job.